Hey guys, we are going to start a live stream. If you guys are tuning in and your current subscribers are going to say, who is this guy? It's me, just imagine with a beard. I've been laid up sick for the last few days, and so I decided to shave, and I figured why not? So we're just having a little bit of a goat hangout here. Evie, hello. Even the goats aren't easy. They haven't seen me clean shaven here, so when I rolled up, they were a little bit confused. Mimi, come here, Mimi. Hi guys. So we're just having a little sunset hangout, hanging out with the goats, updating you guys, chatting, and yeah, just living life. And if you guys, like I said, are wondering, why does he look different? It's just I shaved the beard to cut the hair. Derico, how you doing, buddy? Even the goats were confused. This is the first time the goats are seeing me since I shaved. Up in the hospital for a little bit there. How you doing, buddy? We're just having a little sunset hangout with the goats in the farm here. How am I feeling? I'm doing okay. How you doing, Rob? How you doing, Curmudgeon? I'm basically, long story short, to get you up to pace. Old hockey injury. That's good old Canadian boys. Old hockey injury flared up on me, and it cut off feeling on this leg. And it's the way I describe it is, if you've ever had your leg fall asleep, like you sat on the toilet too long, you had a good one, and you're on your phone, and you go to stand up, and at first, well, the very first thing that happened is it felt like my leg was dislocated for like 4 or 5 hours. That was awful. Then after that, once that pain disappeared, I was left with just like a really numb leg. And no, they put me on nerve blockers, so I can't feel it. Although I'm not taking them right now, I'm just ignoring it. But what happened was, after the pain, I just kind of lost feeling in the leg, and at that point it was like when you get up with a sleeping leg. My knee was buckling, I was falling over, and so I couldn't use that leg at all. And so about 15 hours later, I saw the doctor. Welcome to Canada, good old healthcare system. Oh, hello, Gabby, coming out to say hi. Hello, Gabby. And so anyway, at that point I got some nerve blockers, and they were able to help sort out the lack of feeling in the leg a little bit. It got the spasming to stop. So my whole leg was just spasming. And so they got the spasming to stop, and then that gave me a little bit of control over my leg. And now it's just like, it's at the phase where, so if you're going through phases of sleeping leg, we're at the phase now where the whole thing is just tingly. It's not pins and needles, but the whole thing is tingly. I can walk around on it, but she's tender. So yeah, we're just taking it easy. I do have to see a spinal surgeon this week. Probably gonna have to have surgery on my spine, and we'll get that sorted. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of what's going on there. Avery, Derico, and everyone, hello. Curmudgeon says, only got hurt in hockey a few times, mostly teeth. You know what, did it my whole life, did it, you know, competitive skating and stuff, my whole life, no issues. And I was just playing with the boys, and that's when I hurt myself. This was like 15 years ago. So I hurt my back 15 years ago, and it's only, well, it throws out all the time, but this is the first time that we've had a serious issue where I lost feeling in my leg. And Adam Sadala says, that's a cute goat, but there are several. We got goats all around us here. We're hanging out with everyone. We got ducks, we got chickens, we got roosters. We got Gabby, she's coming to say hi. Gabby, try not to run me over. I can't really stand up. Avery says, love the haircut. Thank you, thank you. I was also going through a bit of a midlife crisis there when I was hurting and laid up, so I shaved off the beard. I got a lot of stubble right now, and I should clean that up, but it is what it is. Little one says, do you know the real song, To Catch a Tiger by the Toe? I do not, little one. Hopefully it's appropriate. Derico says, hopefully it's a simple surgery and you heal quick. Yeah, I won't really know until I see the surgeon sometime this next week. So fingers crossed. John Smith says, hey buddy, how are you? We're doing good. We're hanging out with the goats and the cow. Everyone's kind of checking me out. Like, I plopped a chair down in the field here. Oh, it's okay, Gabby. It's okay. And nobody knows what I look like because I got tied up in the hospital, and I decided to shave off the beard. And none of the animals have seen me with a haircut and shaved beard. So they're all kind of curious and checking me out. Gabby, you need some spray. You need some spray. Those flies look annoying. So my cow's licking my hand right here. Can you please boop the cow for me? If she comes back, Avery, I'll give you a boop. She just walked over there. And I could boop the goat. I could boop the goat. Boop. Mimi is checking me out. Everyone is checking me out here. So otherwise though, I'm feeling pretty good. My spirits aren't down. I'm not gonna complain. Honestly, this is kind of a good thing in some sense. Gabby, what you doing, Gab? We got the chickens over here checking me out. We got the chickens and everyone. So basically in the Canadian healthcare system, there is no fast track, it's just massive backlogs. That's one of the problems with the socialized healthcare system is everything is delayed and everything takes time and there is no shortcuts. Did Lily chase the chickens back in the field? Our dog is rounding up chickens right now. And are you the real Justin or are you a clone? You will never know. It's funny, I've had several surgeries in the past, never on my back, but on different things. And when I was getting an emergency MRI, the nurse was asking, do you have all your organs? And as a typical dad and a guy, I had to say, I don't know. I've had surgeries. I don't know what they've taken out. And she looked at me like, no, seriously, did they take anything out? They don't find that kind of stuff funny. I did. Then she was asking if my ring was gold. And I'm like, I don't know. Is my wife cheap? So yeah, they don't think it's funny. They don't think it's funny. I've had similar run-ins with the cops and they don't like making, when you make jokes. What are you doing, little chicken? The chickens here are just chewing up at the grass here, trying to stir it up, find some bugs. They really, they're so much more destructive than ducks. The way they just scratch and destroy the grass. I mean, it's fine out here in the fields, but when I bring them out on the lawn, it is so hard to regrow grass out here. And Curmudgeon says, yes, it does. I blew my shoulder out years ago when I was in Winnipeg. Took 3 weeks for them to tell me it was dislocated. I told them I already knew that. And Derico says, I don't have an appendix or gallbladder anymore. That's all they're getting. And Derico says, well, the knees are titanium now. Nice. That's one of the things I'm disappointed. So I'm probably going to need this back surgery. I'll probably get it within the next week or two. And they're probably just going to fuse my discs. And one of the things that I've been holding off on a surgery for was, I know that in other countries they don't fuse discs. Some places have ADR, artificial disc replacement surgeries. They don't do that in Canada. Socialized healthcare, it's too expensive. And so they just fuse your discs. So it cuts off your mobility. So that's kind of what I got to talk to with the surgeon. Thing is, with my bad back, I've had limited mobility anyway. So it's like, how is it going to be better? It might be better. And John says, I still have my wisdom teeth in my mouth. Won't have it taken out until August 20th. Dang, that is a long delay. Has it been causing you a lot of pain? And Avery says, I'm glad you are alive and talking to us. Derico says, yeah, I had all 4 wisdom teeth removed many years ago. Hello, I got all the goats just coming to say hi. I'd like to say it's because they love me and miss me, but I think they're just curious, why is there a chair? You're letting all my goats out?
Yeah, because otherwise I can't.
That's fair.
Although Grandpa's about to have
We're on the duck roundup duty. I got the cow behind me anyway. But Avery says, hit that like button and subscribe to make Justin feel better. Yeah, so I figured come on here, update you guys a little bit with it, but no need to have a real pity party. And question, how do you deal with bucks, as in the male goats? So what I do with my male goats is I have one who's intact and I make the others wethers, so I castrate them. And then right now I have them all together because the females should all be pregnant anyway, with babies expected in like October, November. And then I'll have to separate them out throughout the winter so that I can time when I have my next batch of baby goats. Some people leave them together all the time and just deal with it, but it's tricky up here in Canada because when they have babies in the winter, it can be a headache. There we go. Does that answer your question, Samuel? And John says, well, the pain has calmed down a little. Taking antibiotics and some pain meds has helped. That's good, friend. Glad to hear that. The one nice thing is with my my leg, it doesn't really hurt. It's just uncomfortable. Samuel says, do castrated bucks still attack you? No, my buck never, none of my goats have ever attacked me other than my full-size Alpine Toggenburg gave me a good bruiser on the ribs there a couple weeks ago. But that was because I was putting a harness on her to hoist her in my barn to cut her toenails. And so she had never had that done. So she was a little antsy. And so she got me there. But otherwise, my goats have never attacked me. My wethers are the nicest. My wether, like, well, to be fair, the two wethers that I've had, I've raised them on the farm from babies. And so I'm very hands-on with the goats. So yeah, I don't know. They've never attacked me. And Adam needs to go to the bathroom. Adam, go take care of that and come back. Derico says, male goats are bucks like deer? Yes. So they're miscommonly called, the old terminology was billies. People call them billies, but that's old terminology. Now they're called bucks. It's the same with most male animals, actually. Rabbits. A male rabbit is a buck, a female's a doe. Do you have any dogs, protection dogs? I have one dog here, Lily, who's doing a pretty good job, but she's not really a protector dog. She is a golden retriever yellow lab, and so she's a little sweetheart, but the foxes don't know that yet. We're planning on breeding her. We're planning on breeding her with a Alpine, no, not an Alpine, with a Anatolian Shepherd. Look at my goat. Like, look at these guys. What little monsters. Like, what are you doing? You're on a propane tank right now. You be careful up there. Whoa! Parkour! This is Elsa. Elsa is our biggest parkour goat. She loves to play. She loves to play. Let's try to move over here for a second so we can get a better look at her. Just Jimmy Jonesing. Oh boy. Oh boy. She is just doing tricks for the party. What she'll do is she'll get the zoomies and she'll come and run and bounce off the wall and just do jump kicks. Yeah, Samuel, the goats like they're just not dangerous. If you take good care of them, like these aren't wild, right? These are Homestead goats. I'm gonna take it easy walking here. I gotta be a little careful. Watch my step. But here's Bast. Bast is my wether that I have right now, meaning castrated buck. This guy here is my little buck, and he is just a little sweetheart. But like, you know, if you take good care of them and you're not kicking at them and stuff, like why would they've got no reason to not like you back.
All right, go.
Oh, are they coming back? Am I getting my babies back? Come on in, guys. Come see me. I need snuggles.
They come. Are they not coming? They need some motivation today.
I think they need some treats.
Come on, goats. All right, I'll get motivation.
Oh. So yeah, the goats are super chill, super chill. And John says, the big news is I'm going to have a knee scope done on Friday the 8th. My knee replacement is giving me a little trouble. So I'm going through it all right along with you. Well, John, you and me could be cripples together. And Derico says, how are the pigs? Oh, I worry the pigs' days are numbered. I've been planning on eating them anyway, but if I get the news from the doctor that I gotta have surgery here in a week or two on my back, depends on how long I'm gonna be laid up, but it might just be time to send them to the butcher. You know, while my wife's having to do most of the animal chores while I've been down and out the last week, that's just one more chore, and it's every 3 days we gotta drive the skid steer, go pick up their water, bring it back over here, fill it with the hose, drive it back over. It's not a big deal, but it's time consuming. Gotta feed them lots. Oh, Maple, careful, Maple. She's getting tangled in the extension cord. There's Maple. Yeah, now you want in, girl. Now you want in. She said, all my friends are in. All my friends are in. Here, girl. Come on, mate. Good girl. Good girl. Hey, Oreo. Are you coming this way or no?
No, we're gonna go do the pigs and then we're gonna do the pigs
and. What you have to do with the pigs is you got to get all that food chunks off the electric fence. They can't eat it while it's touching the electric fence.
I'm not giving them that.
Well, it's all along the electric fence.
It's not edible. That's
Ah,
no, trust me, that's been there for a number of days. They won't eat it.
because it's on the electric. I've been giving that to them. They've been eating it, but it's on the electric fence, so they can't eat it. Give them a little zapski. Yes, here's Oreo and Noe. They're smart. These guys are all clustered over here for food, but she's got her own little pile here. I'm gonna keep. I gotta keep this. Hey, 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 hey! Poor Oreo. Faye likes to bully Oreo a little bit as the queen bee, and so we got to kind of protect her a little bit around here. And Gabby here, Gabby's the real queen bee. I should move over. While I got a bum leg, I got to make sure I don't get bowled over here. Ooh, and Samuel, Charlie says, Charlie, I don't even know if you were even subbed. So here's Gabby doing her thing. And we have been milking her. Like, look how full her udders are of milk. Because Elsa is what you call a singleton. Elsa over here is her baby, but since she only had one baby, and now that baby is eating on its own, it's eating a lot more grass and stuff. She has a ton of milk, so we've got to milk her twice a day, getting a gallon of milk off her every single day here. And Samuel says, where are we at? What do you mean, buddy? We are in northern Canada. We are in the far north in Canada. And ARJ, that is the answer to that question, guys. So, yeah. Here's everyone just having some snacks. Except for Evie and Bast. They're just kind of chilling. These two are little best friends. Little best friends. They're similar in size and they just hang out together. Hey, Gab. Gabby here, she's a black Angus cow. Aiden says, can I be mod? No, Aiden, you got to hang out. We got to become friends. I got to get to know you. I don't just give everyone mods. You got to earn it. Dan says, hello from Transylvania. Hey, Evie, you coming up? You say that's my chair now? You taking my chair over? You getting it all dirty? Hey, girl? What time is it in Canada? It is 8 p.m. We are sitting here at 8 p.m. Does the cow think she's a goat? No, she knows she's the biggest queen in the yard. She will get head buddy and play with our buck. They go head to head, which is hilarious because she's got to be 900 pounds and he's only like 70 pounds. And they'll go head to head. They'll headbutt. They'll smash. Dan says, like for you. Thank you. Roxana says, we are from Thomasville, Georgia, and the time here is 9 p.m. I am 1 hour behind you. Samuel says, we love goats. We are on the Canary Islands, just off the Canary Islands. Nice, man. That's awesome. Joe says, it's wader boots and Velcro mittens time. Wader boots and Velcro mittens time. You going catting? Is it cat fishing time for you? And Derek says, there's a chicken. Yes, there's one out. There's one that didn't get put away yet. We're gonna see if we can move it over. See if we can put it out. This chicken thinks it's a goat. But if it stays out, it'll get eaten by a fox in the middle of the night. So let's just walk you back over to all your friends while the goats and cows is distracted. I'm slow to move, guys. Slow to move, but I'll get there. Gabby, why are you following me? You're not a chicken. You're not a duck. You're not allowed to come over here. Oh, here's the piggies. My wife is over with the pigs right now. Pigs. Dan says in Romania it is 4. Love, you're drowning your chickens out, eh? Come on in, buddy. Come on in. Come on. Come on. Come on. And we're good. Yeah, last one's in. Here, I'll get it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
There we go. Well, forgot about that.
Oopsie boopsie. Samuel says, get more dogs. Yeah, so we plan to breed our dog. There she is right there. Eating some scraps out of whatever that bowl is. The pig scraps. And so we plan to breed her with an Anatolian Shepherd, and we'll probably keep a couple of the females out of that. Here's some of the ducks. Here are some of the ducks. Not all of them. We're gonna turn Wi-Fi off. But here are these are the remaining ducks. There's a few less than you guys would have seen last time, but we had to cull off the surplus drakes and only kept one of them, I think. And we named this duck Goose. They were all supposed to be this tan color or brown color, and then a pecking duck got snuck into the egg batch. And so we've got Buffingtons, Appleyards, and a pecking. And yes, all the chickens here doing their thing. Derico says there's a chicken hanging out with the ducks, and he came out. He came out. The duck said, "Get out of here. Get out of here." They might be coming too to say hi. And Samuel says, Anatolians are amazing. We had a Pyrenees, and those dogs were Machins. Machens. Oh, we still have one. There's still one chicken in there. One chicken hanging out with the ducks. Chicken duck. Wait, chicken duck. Ducks and chickens. Chicken duck. Ducks and chickens. Dip them all in mashed potatoes. Y'all remember Nugget Biscuit by Tobuscus? I know he went a little off the deep end, but still a good song. Let's go check on the baby ducks. I haven't seen the baby ducks in a while. So let's go see how those guys are doing. Eric, how you doing, buddy? And Derico says, no, there was a white chicken in there. Curmudge in says LMAO. Let us take a little walk. Oh man, my cow is like, chair? Not today, buddy. Stop pushing my chair, girl. I want to sit back in that later. Okay, let's go check out the baby ducks. We got baby ducks in here. Everyone, don't push me. Don't shove me. I'm going in without you. And we're going to turn a light on so we can check out our little cow ducks here. There's so many flies in here. Why are there so many flies in here right now? Holy man. 1 second, guys. Why are there so many flies? We need to gut this thing and clean it. And let's spin you around. There they are. Ah, zoom out. They're getting big fast. So these guys are Ancona ducks, and they're super unique because they got that black cow spotting all over them, even in their beaks and in their feet. So these are our other ducks, our remaining ducks, to go along with all the other ducks. But look at all the flies in here right now. Holy man. The flies. Why? Why? We need to clean up in here, I think. And Eric says, you got a haircut. I did, and I cut the beard off and everything. I'm not even the same human. Robert says, looking 20 years younger. Derico says, when do they get to go out with the others? When they get their feathers. So when they get their full feathers. Right now they just got that down, that fluff. They got that floof. But they need to get their outer flat feathers so that they can stay warm. Right now they don't really have the ability to stay warm on their own. And Eric says, I thought you looked different. Compa says, yo, what's up, brother? Salute from Texas. Compa, I'm going to scare you for a second. I shaved off the beard and I cut off the hair. Boy. I don't even know if that was the right decision, but we went with it. We're having a bit of a midlife crisis. Tommy Boy says, what kind of ducks are they? These are Ancona ducks. Ancona. So I've got Ancona, Appleyard, Buff Orpington, and one Pekin duck. Snuck in there by mistake. Ben Outdoors says, hey. Eric Griffin says, my goodness, they grew up quick. Derico says, how long will it take to grow that beard back? I'm going to be honest, Derico. I'm going to be honest. I have not shaved in 9 years. I have not fully clean shaven. I know it's stubble already, but I haven't shaved in 9 years. So I have no idea how long it's going to take to grow my beard back. I don't know. And I've got a little bit of pressure from some people to just keep it shaved at least for a little bit. But so, you know, to update some of you guys who are just tuning in now, subscribers, I probably have to have a spine surgery in the next week. I'm kind of having a hard time standing here because I got a bum leg. My back cut off the feeling to my leg. And so she's all pins and needles and tickly. But if I'm going to be laid up in a hospital, I feel like it's better just to regrow the beard. Why am I going to try to shave that again? So we'll see. We'll see if we grow it right back or if we let it stay clean shaven. We shall see. We shall see. Curmudgeon says, I cut my hair all off a few months back. It was halfway down my back. Got tired of it when summer got here. Yeah, that's usually my thing too. I'll grow my hair out. I'll get a summer cut and then I'll let it grow. I used to let it grow down to my shoulders and then I'd cut it again like once a year. Lately, I've been keeping it a little cleaner than that. And Jonathan says, stretch. It's unfortunately not as easy as stretching. I've had MRIs and stuff and my disc is all mangled and they don't even really have a good answer as to why I have no feeling in that leg other than nerve damage. I'm going to see a surgeon here this week. I'm hoping the answer is that that feeling in my leg is going to come back. But otherwise, you know, we're looking at some surgery here regardless. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It just goes to show that the importance of this is, guys, if you want to have this lifestyle, you want to have a homestead, you want to have, especially an off-grid homestead, but if you want to have a homestead, you want to have goats and cows and ducks and chickens and rabbits and all this fun stuff, have a little bit of a support system. We got no family who lives here, so our support system's limited. My wife is a trooper. If you want to do it and your partner says, no, I don't want it, I don't want anything part of it, it's yours, it's not going to work because there's going to come a point in time where you're going to get laid up, even if it's just a broken bone or something, and you're going to need them to help. And if they hate it, it's going to be a fight. And it's not worth it. It's not worth the fight. You got to both love it. So, you know, if you're single and you love the idea of this lifestyle, find someone else who also loves the idea of this lifestyle and start small. I never used to want to have this lifestyle when I was younger. It wasn't until I was older that I wanted this. So people's tastes also change. Some people start wanting it and then don't want it. Compa says, oh, shite, man. Hope everything goes good, and I'm praying for a fast recovery, man. Blessings to the whole family. Thank you. John says, oh, my, they have grown so much. They get big so fast. In a week from now, they'll be double the size. Ducks are insane growers. And Derico says, you having trouble sleeping because of the back and the leg? They've got me on gabapentin, which is a nerve blocking agent. I'm not taking it during the day. But at night, if I take 2 pills, I'm out. I am sleeping like a baby. Derico says, it'll be much easier once the kids are older to help with the chores. That is very true. John says, I hope everything goes well for you. And Granja La Rosalia.
Hey, Justin, we're picking stuff up in here. Don't turn this way because I got Elijah with me.
Okay. Says, oh my. Little Elijah woke up.
He did.
Hi, Elijah. Elijah, I love you. You're helping Grandpa? Oh, good, my boy. Good helping. There are so many flies in here, it's insane.
Yeah, cleaning it out.
I mean,
It's gotta get nuts.
When the ducks get a little older, they can eat them. Just put the chickens in here, they'll just eat them all. They'll have a feeding frenzy.
Out we go. That's everything.
Robin says, hello, how are you? I am doing well. I can't complain too much. Health's being a little bit of a bugger, but I'm not going to complain. Kermudge Inn says, I had the lifestyle as a kid, went into the world of business ownership for 30 years, retired, and got back to basics. I'm kind of feeding both waters right now, Kermudge. Obviously, I live in the middle of nowhere, but I also run a business. And so it's kind of a double-edged sword there too, being laid up for the week. You know, thank goodness I have good staff who I can rely on and who are fantastic, that I can, you know, be hospitalized for a week and the whole business is doing good. You know, I find as a business manager, my goal is kind of to make it so that, yes, I have my day-to-day tasks, but I try to be like a jack of all and just and direct people and ensure that if I know how to do everything, when people have questions, I can direct them appropriately. But also this way, when I'm not there, everyone knows how to do everything. So, Derico, this is a touchy subject. So, Derico says, is the healthcare free in Canada? And Matthew says, you shaved! I did. It is Justin. And yes, I shaved. Healthcare in Canada is socialized. So as much as you want to call it free, there are many things that aren't covered, and you need to have benefits, meaning you have to work for a company, kind of like company insurance policies. You have to have a company benefits policy. And so if you work for a company that offers you benefits, that'll help cover your prescription medication, dental work, things like chiropractic, physiotherapy, massage therapy, ambulances, stuff like that. If you don't have benefits, all of that is out of pocket. The doctor, going and seeing the doctor and getting diagnosed won't cost you anything. But then when he gives you a prescription, that's going to be a recurring fee unless you have benefits to pay for it. Otherwise, you got to pay out of pocket for a lot of your medicine. And then, as much as we say free, we pay up almost 45 to 50% in taxes. You know, we pay like 35% in income tax and another 13% on purchase tax. So we pay a ton in taxes on top of, you know, there's just certain things that have other built-in taxes. Our fuel has provincial tax, federal tax, and that HST. So much of our stuff has other taxes built in as well. So I mean, it's and then the other issue is it's a giant waiting game. You know, right now, I've been in and out of the hospital for the last week, and hopefully this coming week I'm gonna be able to see a surgeon who's gonna, who knows, recommend a surgery for how many weeks or months later, versus an American system where you can kind of book an appointment, go pay, and call, you know, get in with a surgeon and go get a surgery if you need the surgery. It's pretty trickier. And the other thing is, the other problem with our healthcare system is because it's socialized, we don't get top of the line surgery. So my back here, I'm probably going to end up having to get the disc fused or the vertebrae fused. Whereas in other countries, they've got disc replacement therapy, where they'll replace the disc. And you're gonna, if you replace a disc, you're not gonna have mobility issues. If you fuse them, you're gonna have mobility issues. They don't even offer that here. So if I got to get this disc fused, it's gonna suck. I've always known I was gonna need a surgery on my back. It's been bugging me for 15 years, but I've been pushing off, waiting until the technology got better. And we're just not there yet. And unfortunately, my freaking back is failing me. So, yeah, we didn't quite make it. Boys. Let's go hang out with the goats again, because the flies in here are getting a little wild. We're going to close you guys up and give you your heat lamp back. Okay, there you go. Turn the light off. Let's go back out this way. And let's steal our chair back from Elsa. Hi, goaties. Yeah, it can be aggressive, guys. And Robin says, I'm glad that you're doing good. I'm not doing good myself because my best friend forever left me, so we aren't friends anymore. Well, Robin, I'm sorry to hear that, but feel free to hang out in this chat and make many more friends. Hey, girl. Noe, can I have my chair back? Hey, are you enjoying my spot? Can we sit together? Can I sit with you? Hey, or are you just gonna like? Can I sit with you, girl? Here. Let's this chair. I want to snuggle with you, girl. Oh, but you gotta let me have the chair with you. There we go. I don't know if she's gonna tolerate this or she's gonna bug her off. She's going. I'll take my chair back. So So there we go. We got the sun setting back there. So let's get that in the screen. And Matthew says, why the hospital? My back flared up on me, but this time bad, and I lost feeling in my right leg. Some of that has come back through some nerve blockers. It's basically the whole leg's like pins and needles, so I'm able to hobble around here. It's like when your leg's asleep, but get off the tripod, girl. So it's like when your leg falls asleep. It started off like my leg was dislocated, just my back pinched, and every nerve in my leg was firing, saying, don't effing touch me. And so super, super painful. Like I was sweating in pain for several hours. And then I fell asleep, passed out. And when I woke up, it was just numb, like fully numb. And so my leg, it was like when your leg falls asleep. I was buckling at the knee. I couldn't walk, couldn't lift my leg. And then after I saw the doctor, I got some nerve blockers and they got the spasming to stop. And I was just left with a tingling numb leg, but I could at least bend it and hobble around on it. No longer buckling at the knee. I got my thigh strength back. But yeah, so now I'm just on the waiting game, waiting to talk to a surgeon to see what we got to do about this. I did talk to a surgeon, but they want to talk to a specialist. And yes, we got little Faye here. So that's kind of the where we're at. And Curmudge Inn says, and here in the background, I am here in the background, my friend. Need to get this video edited down some. I hear you. Guys, go check out Curmudge in Alaska. He makes some fantastic long form videos, always doing something crazy. He's out there in Alaska roughing it. Really cool channel. They have a rental unit there. Go check them out. Their channel is fantastic. Derico says, my neck eventually needs surgery. My arm and my hand sometimes go numb. So I'm right there with you. Except this is normally I lose my last two toes on my left foot normally go tingly and numb when my back is sore. This is the first time I've ever had anything in my right leg, let alone the whole dang thing going numb. So that was weird. But yeah, now the one thing that is nice is, and Brandon says, wow, that background, man. I know, it is beautiful. It is beautiful. And I mean, the foreground's pretty nice too. We got the goats just doing their thing. We got one of them just eating a tree that the cow pulled over. Just loving that bark. They really like the bark on the aspen trees. They just destroy the trees, but they love it. Derico says, you got wolves? Not right now. I've heard some coyotes in the distance, but yeah, no wolves right now. Usually wolves are my battle in the winter. In the winter months, wolves can become an issue because the property, right, it's a peninsula. So it's 156 acres, only one way in. And being a peninsula, the wolves like to run across the lake in the winter. They can chase the deer onto the ice, and once they got them on open territory, it's game over. And so once they get them to go on the ice, they just pin her. And that's when they can come onto my property, is in the winter when it's icy. So I got to watch for that during the winter months. The rest of the year, it's not so bad. They're out doing other things deeper in the forest. Kanga says, hello. There is an interesting view of the sun behind you. Can you show it in full? As in, you want me to get out of the way? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Or do you want to see my whole property to make sure that's not a green screen? And that's a goat. That is my goat. Hey, girl. Hello. Do you want to come up? Do you want to come all the way up? Oh. Hello. It is a beautiful sunset. That's why I parked the chair right here. And, oh, I don't know if I can lift you. Oh, you're probably not comfortable here. Oh, okay. If you're gonna jump, you gotta let me control you. You're gonna go that way? Oh, Evie, do you want up or down? You just want your front legs up. You say, I don't want to be in the chair. And yes, Anyone have anything they want to talk about specifically? Here's Elsa. She's starting to grow on me. She realized I cut her feet the other day, cut her toenails, and I think when I caught her, she gave up on life in that moment. She thought I was a wolf, and she thought she was a goner. She just kind of like went limp biscuit on me when I caught her, and just let her legs give out and just kind of lied there flopping. And yeah, it wasn't until she realized I was giving her a spa treatment that she kind of settled in and enjoyed it. I don't know though that she's gonna come over here. Elsa. I don't know. She's not like Evie. She's a little skittish. Elsa is Faye's baby. I think Elsa's probably 2.5 months old now. And that's the mom right there. Oh, she's running back to mom. She's like, whoa, mom, where are we going? And this is the boy, this is the buck. Derico says, does the vet make house calls? The vet will, but very expensive. Oh boy. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey? I told you you could come in the chair, but what are you doing? The reason the sun is so red and just a dot right now is because there's so much smoke in the air. A lot of forest fires up here in Canada right now. And do you help them make deliveries? Yes. So we do our own, like, the vet will make house calls, but it's very expensive, so I don't usually do it. We just do our own deliveries. So what I do is when I know that they're coming due on their pregnancies, when they're babies, you know, you can start to see them on the sides, and if you feel their bellies, you can kind of feel where they're positioned. When you know they're getting close, I lock them up in the barn in this area with a baby monitor. And so they'll spend their nights in there. And then that way, when I hear them, they'll usually make quite a bit of noise. What are you guys doing? Headbutting over here. Who's bigger? Who's tougher? Oh boy. She is older. She's like 2 years old. She's only like 4 months old. But she's a pygmy goat and she's a mini Nubian, so she will be bigger than her. Safi and Harry says, where are you from? I am in northern Canada. We are up here in the far north in Canada. Can I? Oh, hello. Hello. See, you know, I worry about you the best. If I let you come up on my lap, you're going to pee on me, and I know it. I know you're going to pee on me. I took your balls away. You're going to pee on me if I let you up. Oh, yes. Hello, buddy. I don't have any treats for you, bud. You just checking out my fingers? Nibbling on my fingertips? Safi and Harry says, we are from India. Well, hello from northern Canada. Nice to meet you, buddy. My name is Justin. I'm just hanging out with the goats right now. Oh, yep. Okay, yep. Hello. Just don't pee on me, buddy. Please don't pee on me. So this is Bast. This is my boy. This is my homie. Bast is my wether, meaning that I castrated him. And he is a fantastic, they are like puppies. Bast here, I named him. He's named after a character in my favorite book series that never is gonna finish. The King Killer Chronicles by Patrick Rothfuss. Very good book 1 and 2. It follows the story of the main character Kavoth and his epic life. And in modern day, he has his companion Bast with him. Helps him run his inn, his hotel, his inn. And so I named this guy Bast because it was my turn to name one. And Bast in the book is described as a goat-like person. Well, he's a fey creature, which brings us to Faye, who I also got to name. So I have Faye and Bast. Fun story. Oh, he's just doing his thing right here. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, your hooves hurt. Oh, why are you standing on me? Yes, sit like a little baby. It's better than standing, man. It's better than standing. And so, Safi says, so cute. Oh, goat. I don't know how people can eat it. I have eaten some. I'm not going to lie. I have eaten some goat, but I try not to. I usually try to rehome and resell as pets or companion animals my excess male boys because they are adorable. But, you know, it's a homestead. It's a farm. If I can't get rid of them, if I can't rehome them, I've got to eat them. But not this guy. This guy, he's our little boy. He's our little boy. What's better, cow milk or goat milk? Probably goat milk, specifically from her, our Nubian goat, our mini Nubian, Mimi, over here. Her milk is like a 5 to 7% cream. And so it's basically like drinking creamer. Oh, and Funny and Insightful says, did you shave your beard? Matrix is real, and there has been a wrinkle. What beard? I never had a beard. What are you talking about? You must have been imagining that the whole time. There's never a beard here. I was going through a midlife crisis, and I decided to shave. It's already 5 o'clock shadow stubble, so we'll see how long that lasts. I have not shaved my beard in 9 years. And like some people might have said, you should have made that a YouTube video. You know, haven't shaved in 9 years. What do I look like? I didn't. It was impulsive. This had nothing to do with YouTube. It was, I woke up, I was laid up, hospitalized. I was feeling scraggly, and I just shaved it off. I said, I'm done. I'm done. I need something. I need something. I need to feel young a little bit. Safi and Harry says, so beautiful farm you have. I loved it. You are so lucky. Well, thank you. John says, do they treat you nice at the hospital? Yes. Unfortunately, again, social healthcare system, all of the fentanyl addicts and, you know, the drug odiers are also in the hospital at the same time as you. And so you've got people literally trying to punch and hit at the nurses. You've got police in there kicking people out. And so the hospital is like a crime scene. The hospital is disgusting here. It is disgusting. But the nurses are lovely people. I could never do it. I could never do it. And Funny and Insightful says, midlife crisis, the beard was your life and now you shaved it off and there's a crisis. How did your wife react? She screamed. She screamed. I didn't tell her, so she screamed. Mustafa, how you doing? How you doing, friend? If you guys are wondering what I'm playing with between my legs, it's a goat. He's saying hi. It's just Bast saying hello. And Evie, of course. Evie's over here as well. Oh boy. Yep. Okay, but your legs hurt, my man. Ooh, ah. Just settle. Just settle. Just lie down. You also got to watch with these guys because they got these, you know, these little eye pokers right here. And so I like to scratch them on their head and keep one hand kind of here because I don't want them to rear back. I don't want them to rear back and take my throat out or my eyes out. Even if unintentional, you know, they're built with weapons. Arrgh. Arrgh. This guy's a little sweetheart though. I bottle fed him, so that's why he's so snuggly. He was born here on the homestead, bottle fed, raised by hand. Oh boy, just chill, man. Just chill. Just stay comfy. And so yeah, he's my little dog with horns. Derico says, were the kids confused? I've seen videos of the kids getting frightened because they don't recognize their parent without the beard. Yes. Every single one of my kids, I had them come into my bedroom one at a time. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Yep. We're having a goat party on. Yep. Settle. Anyway, each one of the kids, their faces immediately when they walked in were like, it was adorable. It was adorable. That was the reaction right there. Each one of them, one at a time. Elijah, my kind of youngest, other than the baby, my 2-year-old, he was just giddy the whole time. He knew it was me right away, but he was giddy. Okay. Funny and Insightful says, before the beard, you look like you'd be someone who'd survive a zombie apocalypse in the long haul. Now you look like Ted from Finance. Listen, I'm still surviving that apocalypse. I also lost like 5 to 10 pounds over the last week, so I'm also looking a little on the scrawny side as well. You know, we went from going to the gym 3 to 5 days a week to laid up in a hospital for 5-6 days. So yeah, Yeah, feeling a little deflated right now, but that's okay. You guys see that? Oh, the sun is almost gone, but you see how orange that is? That is quite the ball of orange out there. And Matthew says, gotta go for now, but if when I'm finished you're still live, I'll come back later. Derico says, how's the hospital food? It's trash, but it is what it is. It's you know, you remember in like elementary school or high school, you'd get those like, you know, or even just when you're a bachelor, fresh out of school, you get those like, what would it mean? 5-minute meals. Those 1 pound man like TV dinners. It's TV dinners. It's just microwave slop. It's almost like they throw her in the microwave and they peel that top off. You know, you're gonna have a little bit of mashed potato, maybe like an English muffin, a little bit of, I don't know, whatever the warm sludge is that day. It's not the best stuff. And Funny and Insightful says, sorry to hear that, but you're in Canada, not the US, and that means you don't have to file Chapter 6. Hope you're recovered. Yeah, like it all depends, man. They're both terrible systems. I'm going to be honest. They're both terrible systems. Yes, I don't have to claim bankruptcy, but for my entire working life, I've had to pay almost 50% in taxes, 35% roughly in income tax, and 13% on purchase tax, and then other taxes built into different items like fuel. You know, you're paying 14 cents a liter, 19 cents a liter, depending where you are. And so it is what it is. And Acula says, what's wrong? I've got a bad back. I'm a Canadian up here in northern Canada. Good old hockey injury. And I hurt my back 15 years ago. And it gives me grief every once in a while. It throws out on me every once in a blue moon. Over the last couple of years, it's been more and more often. The last 6 months, it hasn't given me much of a break. And last week, it just decided to throw out on me and cut feeling off to my left or to my right leg. And so now I've taken some nerve blockers and stuff, so I have some control over my leg, but the whole thing's numb, and I got to see a back surgeon this week and discuss what we got to do about that. So not fun. And Funny Insightful says, so basically 6 months a year you work for the government, 6 months you make money for yourself. Yes. And so in the long run, I mean, could have built up a ton of wealth and then, yeah, have this happen and have to file bankruptcy. They're both terrible systems. One's not better than the other. I'm not, you know, it is what it is. I can't say that one is better than the other. So, yeah, we both have it kind of cruddy. At least here, you're right. You don't have to file bankruptcy, but it just takes longer to acquire wealth up here in Canada and asset just because you're paying more to get there. But it is what it is. I mean, I'm not one to complain. I mean, look at what we're sitting at. I mean, how can I be someone to complain about this? One nice thing is, so my back has been getting worse and worse. And so a couple weeks ago, I had made an appointment with my family doctor. Another beautiful thing about Canadian healthcare is made that appointment almost a month ago, and it's not supposed to be for like another 3 weeks. That was to try to stay ahead of this happening, and now it's happened. The only benefit is the point of that doctor's appointment that I was supposed to have next month was to discuss getting a new updated MRI, talking to a specialist, talking about the potential for surgery for long-term care. My back just decided to accelerate that all, and now I'm getting all of that. So, cool. And John says, shout out to your wife for helping you out so much. You got a good one. I have a great one. And Funny and Insightful says, well, plan flying to India for medical tourism and get an elective surgery done at 1/10 the cost. Hopefully you don't need it, all elective. A lot of people for this type of operation, my goat is chewing on my arm. A lot of people for this type of operation, so I'm probably gonna have to get my disc fused because up here in Canada, we don't do disc replacements. It costs too much to get someone who's good at it. So a lot of people will go to Germany or something and pay out of pocket. $50,000 to $80,000 to get a artificial disc replacement. I'll probably just end up having to get my discs fused. Ty the Torturer says, How do you afford that land, man? Living my dream. I have 156 acres. It's a peninsula. The way I afford it, I live in the middle of nowhere. I'm up here in northern Canada, and so land is pretty cheap up here in the middle of nowhere. Derico says, that goat is in need of your attention. I know. Hey. She says, protect me from the buck. He's trying to do things to me. I'm not wanting to. Yes, okay. Hello. Here, I'll show you guys. There's the buck. The buck's eyeing her up, and she's saying, no. No. You go hang out somewhere else. That's right, buddy. And Ty, the torturer, says, noted. Buy land in the middle of nowhere. Getting on it. You can do this, buddy. I believe in you. And Derico says, that goat is in need of your yes. And Funny and Insightful says, that goat has an opinion about your health. She wants to share some goat wisdom. She says, hey. I took a lesson in chiropractic. Let me just hit you in the back. I'll rear up and I'll throw a headbutt and I'll get you in the right spot and we'll give you the Homer Simpson. We can fix you without the need for a doctor. I've only taken one shot from the goats. Here, let me off screen check if I still have, kinda. I don't know if you'll be able to see it too well. I got one bruise right there. I took that one 2 weeks ago. I got that one from Faye. It wasn't really her fault, but she got me right in the rib. And so, yeah. Ingen says, where are you from? We are from northern Canada. And Dolorand Upchurch says, wants to be on camera. The goat wants to be on camera. To drama time. You always gotta be careful on a farm when you're like letting the animals be in the background, because you don't want the animals to do what animals do on screen. It's kind of not what people are here to see. Hey Oreo, hey girl, come here, Oreo likes to hang out close because Faye, who's out in the field, Faye can be a bit of a bully, and Oreo knows I'll protect her. And Derico says, you gonna get a donkey? So we were in talks with someone who thought their donkey was pregnant. We were gonna buy their baby donkey in the spring. However, they had a vet check them out, and it turns out they did not successfully achieve pregnancy, and so they gotta wait again. And Funny and Insightful says, is Oreo pregnant? Yes, Oreo is pregnant. I expect us to have a baby from her in end of September to early October. So I suspect end of September, early October. Mimi over there, she's over there, closer to November. So we should have some babies coming in this fall. And Ingen says, I subscribed. Well, thank you, Ingen. And Ingen, feel free to ask any questions while you're here. Curmudge Ian asks, donks and mules are good for keeping critters away that might go after the smaller critters. Yeah, I'm thinking if I got a donkey or two, maybe start breeding them. Big resale value up here in northern Canada because nobody's doing it. And so, but long commitment. Hey. None of that goat honking running around on my stream. He was getting frisky with it, not here. Oh my lol. Who's the papa? Stop hyping him up. Anyway, Faye, this is the one who got me with her horns. Where am I going with this? That is one way to throw off a stream. Hey, Faye. One of these horns got me in the ribs the other day, a couple weeks ago. Safi says, gotta go now. It is morning, 7 a.m. So bye and happy Sunday. Take care, Safi. And John says, I heard you say you lost weight. It shows in your face. Yeah, I shaved off like 5 pounds of beard. Funny and Insightful says, I'd pay to watch a sitcom about goats using Tinder and having complex romantic lifestyles. Bro, it would just be the boys peeing in their own faces and saying, why don't the girls like me? It's a thing, man. It's a thing. It's weird. And Ernie Duck Jr. says, what breed of goats are these? And do you feed them? What do you feed them? to keep them healthy. So, oh boy. Oh, did you guys hear that clash? Okay, we got a bunch, right? So this is a pygmy goat, male pygmy buck. He might also be a, what's the name of it? It's long, silky. He might be I think he's a silky pygmy because he's got the long hair. So I think he's mixed with silky. She is a mini Nubian. She's a Nigerian dwarf mixed with a Nubian. Same with her. Another pygmy over there. Elsa here is a full-size Alpine Toggenburg. Another pygmy goat, Alpine Toggenburg, and a fainter Nubian. So we got a bit of a mix here. The pygmy goats are a breed that's designed A, for companionship, for pets, but B, for meat. They're very stocky. They get very big very fast. And then the Nubians are for creamy milk, and the Alpine Toggenburgs are for volume of milk. Lots of volume of milk. John says, did you ever get around to clipping the last goat's feet? No, Maple over there, I never did catch her again. I haven't caught her again. Her feet still need clipping at some point here. What I need to do is put the sliders up on the barn there and lock her in. I need to lock her in at night and just commit to, once she goes in for the night. Ooh, good headbutt. Careful. Careful. Don't lose an eye, guys. And James says, you look like Gabby Petit husband. I do not know what that means, James. Gabby Petit husband. Tu parles français, mon ami? Le petit? So, anyway, we got the goats just doing goat things. We're just chilling. We're just chilling. I think we're going to go hang out with the ducks one more time before the bugs get too bad here. So I'm going to leave you guys alone. Oh, Bast here doesn't want to leave my side, though. Hey, Basty boy. You're going to jump up on me, aren't you? I see you eyeing me up. I see you. Okay, let's go. And I also have this one over here just chilling. Let's go see the ducks. Oh, one more time. Let's take a walk over to the Wattle Inn Duck Lodge and Chicken Sanctuary. Oh boy, Zoomy. Faye and Elsa, the goats are all saying hi, following me, stalking me as we walk over to the Wattle Inn. As we waddle to the Wattle Inn, let's go see some chickens and ducks. They're all tucked up for the night. Hey, chicken. I need to screen this in a little more so that nothing gets in there. I don't know if they can probably squeeze out, but they haven't. Oh, there's the ducks hanging out here. What are you guys doing out here? Here's oh boy. You guys stay out there, okay? You guys stay out there. Don't come in. This is our rooster. I don't remember what my wife named him, but this is our rooster. And here's the hens. Do owls or hawks try to get the chickens? They would, except I did mostly roof her in here. I should put one more thing over here, but it hasn't been an issue, but I have heard of it being an issue for other people. So, you know, a lot of homesteading is like a matter of time. It certainly can happen, so you need to do what you can to protect them. This front wall here is all screened in, and so if an owl or something did try, they got to be pretty determined to come in. And then all these guys, you know, they also kind of deter people from coming because they're always hanging out, checking things out. Of course, I got Lily the dog as well. But, yeah, look how beautiful this rooster is. It's got that nice, beautiful feather. My wife was angry with him this morning because he started howling away at 4 a.m. and woke her up. He got a little confused. He got a little confused about what time it was. Yes, hello. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Do-do-do. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Do-do-do. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Do-do-do. Diddle-a-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Wah! Sorry, I'm antagonizing. Hey. Am I getting too close to you guys? long as the rooster doesn't try to fight with the ducks. So yeah, here they are. Ava and Caden said hi. Hi, sorry I missed that. John says, sorry if you already said, but when does the little ducks join the others? We're probably about 3 weeks away. They need to get their outer feathers like these guys, and then they can tolerate our colder nights up here in Canada. So, a little bit more time. A little bit more time. About 3 more weeks and then the baby ducks can come out here. Well, guys, I'm going to end this live stream. Anyone have any last minute check-ins before I end it? Compa says, I just had me a chicken for dinner. Sorry, guys. Don't worry. I did one worse. I ate a duck for dinner. One of their friends. Sorry. DeLorean says, drama time. Well, guys, I appreciate you as always. We're going to end this stream. We got to get in for the night. We've had a busy week. Spent a lot of time in the hospital here and monkeying around. So I'm going to let you guys go. I appreciate you guys. And it was good to catch up with you guys. It was too long. I had to come out and say hi. Thanks, guys. And we will talk again later.